Hey guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming and we are going right into the game. Here we go. Sorry for the short delay and I have to adjust the sound for you guys. So today we're having a look at Yorn. Yorn has been reworked as the other characters as well through the new runes, and I haven't played him since the AoV 3.0 patch has been released, and I think he is actually quite strong, but as I said in former videos, I think everyone is quite strong at these days. So let's get the stuff going. We are playing with the protection, sacred protection, obviously. And we are playing with this kind of build. We've got the beast, we've got Slikk stings, we've got the Claves. And you can clearly see that in the beginning of the game, Yorn is struggling a little bit because he hasn't got the power that, for example, someone like Hayate has or a Caffeine. So from my perspective, the start is a little bit slower, and we have been playing a really stupid game at the beginning of the game when we have been fighting against that Raz and Elsu. And what happened is that Arzenka is coming down a lot and there were no pings. So that's kind of, guys, if you have a game like that and your enemy is kind of leaving the lane, ping it. Use one of those smart calls to tell your team an enemy is missing, such as Dio-chan did here. Oh, she did it, but I remember that later in the game she didn't. Or I'm thinking of some different game. Whew, I should have looked it before, but that is the magic of this game. And yeah, as I said, the beginning is a little bit rough from the perspective of the Yorn player. The Dio-chan is missing all of her stuff here. And easy peasy stuff for those two guys to come out. And I don't have my ult yet, so there's nothing that I can do because they both hide under tower. I throw down my 2. And then I start to damage the tower because I want that tower to be gone as soon as possible. But the problem, of course, is that it has some protection and therefore we can't do that much at the beginning of the game. Here comes Caffeine. And Lumber's back on track again. And yeah, always let the jungler finish the jungle monsters at the beginning of the game, because that's gonna give him or her some stacks. And these stacks are important because they make the jungle item a lot better. So if you are a kind person, it will pay off in the end, because that just means that your jungler will be stronger as soon as he hits the 30 stack mark. Everything is fine, and later on in the game you can start to grab 1 or 2 buffs. That's always quite nice, and it helps especially mages a lot to get the blue buff, and it helps AD carries a lot to get the red buff, but other characters benefit from the buffs as well, so it's not only for AD carries and stuff like that. So this is the stuff, like, holy moly, no call at all. And I was so lucky that they pushed me out of that range. Like, I saw myself dead, and crazy scene. Everyone survived. Wow, that was freaking awesome. I thought that we played it a little bit worse, but from what I can tell, that went quite nice. And look at that, my stun, Caffeine goes in, and we have another kill up on our sleeves. That's quite nice, and we just keep continuing some pressure here. I do get the Elsa here with my ult. I have to go out here because I got the tower threat range, because I think one of my the area of effect template just got to hit the enemy, so I was targeted from the tower. Doesn't really matter because we can just continue to attack and attack and attack and attack and attack. Gotta be careful with this one. Wow, I was lucky here not to get hit by Elsu's shot, because that shot really means a lot. Like, it can hurt like hell. And I don't know if that's like a normal pick, but I thought that the beast at the beginning would be quite nice because it actually gives me some sustain. And because your, here you can see it, your template, your second ability, kind of continuously gives you some life link stuff. Yeah, hits him. You can hear if your ult hits someone on the battlefield because it will basically make some special sound. And yeah, that's about it. Like, your ult is so fast reloaded that it's always kind of good to use it every single time you see an enemy on the map. I mean, there's not really that much that they can do against it, so I could have used it here as well, but I wasn't too sure about it because the enemy has been split, so I have to be careful a little bit here. Now we're getting the attack speed after we've got the life leech, and this is just gonna be a lot better. And I don't know what I did here, but I have seen that I've got sprint, so I'm sprinting away, and now they are both capped here, and that's not the best situation for those two guys. But I mean, RoV is doing some kind of good work here, distracting people, and I miss my ult here horribly, but you can totally tell that worst moment in the game, that's when you start sweating, and that's where you start running because you don't want to be near. That's not something that you want to do. Yeah, he gets defeated here. And I just thought, like, okay, guys, let's have a test. How much health can I get if I use my beast? And I wanted to protect the tower, therefore I stayed. I could have backed, I guess, but this gives me some experience and additionally some gold, so it's not the worst thing to do. So this one didn't hit. And I'm like, wow, guys, I'm crazy. You don't want to do this. I mean, Elsa is quite low, but then I have to wait for my shield. So... Wow, that was lucky again. Like, as I said, these two... they're just projectiles flying all over... flying all over town. Wow, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. And he is pushing. And he's pushing. And they're pushing. Wow, that's so much pressure. And I'm literally dead. Well, I want to protect that tower. Like, that's like super important. So therefore I stayed. There we go. And we got the bird, and now we get the clear. And I mean, the game so far, it kind of went quite normal. Like, nothing too special here so far. 0-0-3 from the KDA, the kill, death, assist scoring. That's not that much, so we did not really do that. Like, we did have an impact on at least 2 of the kills, and now we are starting to get some damage down. Yep. I mean, in this game, the Thane, that was really strange with the Thane, and the problem was that here I sacrifice myself for the team. Your team has destroyed a tower. Yeah, so I died. And there will be an increase in terms of power, and you guys will see it. You basically it feels like you do not really participate in the game at the beginning. Might be the build. Maybe the beast is not the best item. Maybe I should have started with Claves or Rankbreaker or something like that. So, but now you can see finally some crits. Now the crits are here. So this is not a crit build. I did take Arcana, focusing on attack damage and armor penetration. So it should be Onslaught, Assassinate, and Skewer. These are the threes, and here I go. soloing the Abyssal Dragon. And the cool thing about the Abyssal Dragon is basically you start with the same health as you did when you entered the fight. So there we go, and now we can finally start to do some damage, hopefully. I mean, I don't really care about an nearly dead Florentino, but if Florentino hits me right in the face, I do care about him because he actually has one of the weirdest combos in the world, and by weird I mean pretty damn strong. He can just one-shot you if he gets you. Like, it's not really one-shot, but it's kind of like a really aggressive playstyle, and here we go. Lucky. Elsa was lucky here that he got away with this. And we get the tower. And we don't have any minions, so I decide to go somewhere else. And I think I said in the team chat, I'm like, look guys, there's not really that much that we can do against this. And yeah. So take a look at the poor Florentino. And by poor, I mean dead. I mean, good push from the Thane, but you need some assistance. You don't have that much crowd control. It is just your one, and that is not enough. So having Thane is quite nice. Having Lumbo is quite nice as well, because both have good CC. And as soon as my damage starts to mop up, things are gonna be better. 2-1-5 is just the beginning, and it's quite nice that I do get all the minions and no one else participates in that kind of case. Caffeine wasn't that great as a jungler. Maybe she was, maybe it's her first time or something like that. So I don't know what he wanted. Like, yes, he did some damage, but oh my god, dude, like that is not something that you should try at home. And here we go. Enzo goes in, dead. Elsu goes in, dead. And now we have a dead Florentino. And a 2-1-5 turned into a 6-1-6 slaughter. We just wiped them from the board. And that's the great damage that you get in as a AD carry. I think with Yorn my positioning is better than with the other AD carries because he actually feels like a normal AD carry. I mean, Valheim is special with his crazy attack speed. All the other people are crazy with their attack speed, so that's kind of special situations. And I mean, what you do have is the passive where you get the range extender. So you have this little bar on top of your name, and it kind of starts to highlight. So that's cool, and that helps you to get towers with ease. You are one of the best tower takers because you don't need minions nearby. You can just do it like on your own without any help and without any minions, and that is just so good. Here goes Enzo. Bye bye, my boy. One shot, one kill. Yeah, that was kind of... Yeah, he just took me by surprise. That was ace. Like, that was really good. But in the end, actions like that don't really help you. Like, yeah, now the AD carry is dead, but what are you gonna do about it? Like, your team, your jungler is dead, and now you are dead as well. So what you should do is like kind of compromise what your jungler would have done in a usual game. So, and that means getting towers. Like, this game is about getting towers. It's not about kills. It's not about deaths. It's not about assistance. This game is simply about towers and how you get them and how you feel them and how you do them and everything like that.
Your team has destroyed a tower.
Time back.
An ally has been
So we do get some minions here. Level 15 is all right, and we are close to full build. I love the Rankbreaker as a last item. It just makes your every build just so much better. Even if you don't take... I did not take... Like, that was so stupid. I swear, I wasn't paying attention at all. So I was so surprised by these guys getting to kill me that I was like, oh my goodness, what was that? And now look at that, my team gets killed. I think that's a situation where my team gets killed. They've got wiped. Here goes Thane. That was crazy. Okay, so they don't get wiped, but
Rally for a team fight.
well, here I am again. This just makes things easier for me.
Rally.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Full build. So now we are ready to kill every single enemy in the game.
Use your mind.
Rally.
Aiming an arrow. It's not about the target. It's about the grouping.
Enzo is on a suicide mission.
Defeated an enemy.
Again, I do make some really bad mistakes in the game, like that last death, that was so preventable. It's my old problem.
Defeated.
Heed my call!
You have defeated an enemy.
Worth it! He needed to die because he's one of the strongest defenders against us. So that could have been worse. What a lazy Sunday. Oh no, it's Saturday. Saturday right now. So I'm kind of recording right now, and I will upload it soonly afterwards so that you guys are gonna see it in half an hour. I think I already prepared the thumbnail for it. Let me have a look while I am. I mean, that game is almost over, so there's not really that much I can comment on it. Like, I think the performance from the team was actually quite nice, and we could have done a little bit better on some parts. I'm sorry. I do think that Yorn doesn't feel as strong as the other characters in the game, so the other AD carries are a little bit stronger. Like, I will do have, I think 38% damage at the end, so that's what I'm gonna put in the title. But Caffeine especially telling us just feel stronger. They make you feel that you have more influence in the game. They make you feel that the impact is stronger, and that's kind of what really lets an AD carry shine, or however you want to put it. But it just feels like they're stronger AD carries. I don't know, it just feels like that for myself. I don't know if I'm right or if it's just my personal preference or whatever. But I mean, I like his kit. I think that's the combination of the stun and the long range and the kind of area of effect template. That's actually quite nice. But here we go. Game. Here we go, that's game. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That's the first thing that I want to mention. You have watched Void of Dusk Gaming, and if you are not a subscriber yet, I would highly recommend you to subscribe to my channel, because it basically means that you will have a recommendation for 5 videos a week. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is a new video uploaded, as well as Saturday, and guys, there's always a German video at Sunday. So if you want to watch the German ones, come on Sunday and you will see them. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that would be a great thing to do. Also, likes are recommended as well. Okay, yeah, here comes the stats, and otherwise I wish you a really pleasant night. Stay tuned to more to come. Here's the build. I'm gonna put it in the description below, and here are the details. 38.8, that's 39% damage. Well, thank you for watching. I'm out. Bye-bye.